than iPads have, a sex tracking app. Or if you're married, it'll just suggest videos on model shipbuilding because that part of you below the waist is now dead. Go on.
Barbie's feet were molded so she can wear flats.
Oh, yeah. To which Ken responded, hey, guys, still no penis? Okay, all right then.
He's a grower, not shoes. A shower there.
Yeah, she gets the comfy shoes. I still have to walk around with a nub. Go on.
A study confirms that claw machines are rigged.
Yeah, it's true.
Really?
Yeah. For me, claw machines are a lot like sex. Worth the unsatisfying end for those 10 seconds of fun. Oh, yeah. It was like, oh God, oh man.
And it always ends the same way. Who's got another $1? Come on. While, do you want me to continue?
Not enough coffee in the world today. I don't know if it's funny because I'm tired or if it's funny because maybe I'm just laughing at stuff out of context, but having your finish it, like, I remember once there was like this discussion among some friends, men and women, buddies of mine, that we were chatting about what we say in the bedroom as we're about to finish, and most of them were pretty standard. I think mine was, oh, man. But there was this one guy who was a rugby player. This was in England. He was a rugby player, very sort of like, I say, capital suggestion. Let's go to the pub and get pissed, shall we? And when he's finishing in bed, he said, and it was confirmed by his partner that this was true. He shouted out, picture this. He was like, yes, quite so. And then when he finished, away the lads. Away the lads. Which is kind of like in British Army speak. It's sort of like, if you're about to go attack someone, away the lads. But that's what he shouted as he finished up. True story. Go on.
While Donald Trump is campaigning for president, Celebrity Apprentice will go black.
Yeah. Wouldn't recommend that, replied Rachel Dolezal, whatever the hell the fake black NAACP chick is called. Yeah. But while Donald Trump is campaigning, Celebrity Apprentice will go off the air. See, not even in office yet. He's already doing good things for the country. Go on.
Donald Trump says he'll bring back the American dream.
Ironically, during a time when most Americans dream of a day when they don't have to listen to or see Donald Trump. Interesting. Go on.
Hilldog, Hillary Clinton, has released her campaign playlist.
On Spotify, yeah, I saw this. As expected, nothing from Monica. Go on.
Michelle Obama is visiting London.
In related news, President Obama is at the White House eating his body weight in bacon cheeseburgers. Go on.
Rachel Dolezal told Matt Lauer yesterday on the Today Show that she identifies as black.
Yeah. I guess that makes one of us, replied Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish. That opens can open worms everywhere. Because, in her case... Yeah, I think she saw an opportunity to take some of the heat off. But in her case, she's a liar who lied to get a job. She's like C. Thomas Howell. Thomas C. Howell? Is it C. Thomas Howell? What's the name of that actor?
I think C. Thomas Howell, yeah.
C. Thomas Howell.
I can't
remember. You ever see that movie he was in? Soul Man? Where he gets accepted to Harvard and his parents are like, you're going to pay your own way. And he was like, oh, no. And then he finds out that there's scholarship for African-American kids. And so he goes in blackface throughout the entire movie. Like, I'm pretty confident you couldn't make it in this day and age. And it was made in 1985 or something like that. It was one of those like, oh, I'll rent this. The babysitter comes over and the parents are like, okay, let him go to the video store and rent whatever he wants. And like, oh, hey, well, let me watch this. There's a movie called Soul Man, where to get a scholarship, C. Thomas Howell goes around in blackface for the entire movie, and it's the least politically correct thing ever. But it's essentially exactly what this Rachel Dolezal broad did. She painted her face black when she is in fact white. or went in for an awful lot of fake tanning, and said she was African American so she could get a job at the NAACP. She's a lying cheater with serious problems, I think, as well. I say from the outside looking and not knowing a great deal about her, but it just seems wildly effed up. But the point she brought up, hey, if Bruce Jenner can say, "Call me Caitlyn" on the cover of Vanity Fair, why then can someone like her not say, "Call me Shanae" on the cover of Vanity Fair and say, "I've always identified as a black woman"? Like I said, can open worms everywhere. If you can reassign your gender, is race that far behind? It's an interesting conversation, and I'm sure we'll talk about it a little bit more as this NAACP Rachel Dolezal narrative unfolds. Go on.
Janet Jackson's new tour will be called Unbreakable.
Yep. It has a theme. Unbreakable. It's all about her brother's dependence on unemployment checks. Go on.
Janet Jackson announced a new world tour.
Yeah. Another huge news from 1993. A dude in an 8-ball leather jacket shouted, "Whoop, there it is," and did the Running Man after getting the last Beanie Baby at Jordan Marsh. Go on.
Smash Mouth singer Steve Harwell cussed out the audience at a food festival because they were throwing bread at him.
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. He should have expected it, though. I mean, I was thinking about this overnight. Bread being thrown at the lead singer of Smash Mouth? Well, it's a given. After all, somebody once told him that the world was gonna roll him. You're welcome.
Sometimes you just know you're done. You're longing for that shining sun. You walk these streets most every day. You're waiting to get washed away.
iHeartRadio shines the spotlight on Queen.
She's a killer queen, gunfighter, gelatine, dynamite with a laser beam, guaranteed to blow your mind.
Queen formed in London in 1970, originally consisting of Freddie Mercury as lead vocal and piano, Brian May guitar and vocals, John Deacon on bass, and Roger Taylor behind the drums. Before joining Queen, Brian May and Roger Taylor had been playing together in a band named Smile with bassist Tim Stafford. Freddie Mercury, then known as Freddie Bulsara, was a fan of Smile and encouraged them to experiment with more elaborate stage and recording techniques. After Staffel's departure in 1970, Mercury himself joined the band shortly thereafter, changed the name of the band to Queen, and adopted his familiar stage name. John Deacon joined the band, and in 1973, the debut album Queen was released. Both the debut and its follow-up, Queen 2, were successful in the UK.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more Queen coming up.
Hi, Olympic gold medalist and professional beach volleyball player Misty May Trainer here with Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, reminding you to get moving every day.
Because when you get moving an hour a day,
you'll have more energy to dig into the things you like to do. Kick the soccer ball around,
ride your bike,
or dance in your room.
Get up and play an hour a day, Doc. Check out how to be a player.
Head online to get tips on great ways to get moving every day
at www.letsmove.gov. A message from the Ad Council and HHS.
Delivering fascinating subjects, interesting talk, and boobs and fart jokes. AD on iHeartRadio.
Yeah, oh, let's go. Talking that mess, better act like you know. Oh, let's go tonight. Walk away, punk, yeah, bitch. That's right, I know this. You're nothing but a punk, bitch. You're nothing but a punk, bitch. So walk away, yeah, yeah. You've been talking about me.
All right, then. Donald Trump has announced he's running for president. Let's take a look at some of my favorite lines from his announcements.
Costs are going for people up 29, 39, 49, and even 55%. And deductibles are through the roof. You have to get hit by a tractor, literally a tractor, to use it. Because the deductibles are so high, it's virtually useless. Our country needs a truly great leader. And we need a truly great leader now. We need a leader that wrote The Art of the Deal. I like China. I just sold an apartment for $15 million to somebody from China. Am I supposed to dislike him? I will be the greatest jobs president that God ever created. I tell you that.
See, he's a ridiculous human being. He really is. And he trumpets on and on about his net worth. Talks about how rich he is. Let's see. Oh, yeah, here it is.
So a large accounting firm and my accountants have been working for months. $9,240 million. And I have liabilities of about 500. That's long-term debt, very low interest rates. In fact, one of the big banks came to me and said, Donald, you don't have enough borrowings. Could we loan you $4 billion? I said, I don't need it. But in 2 seconds, they give me whatever I wanted. So I have a total net worth of $8,737,540,000. Now, I'm not doing that to brag, because you know what? I don't have to brag. I don't have to, believe it or not. I'm doing that to say that that's the kind of thinking our country needs. We need that thinking. We have the opposite thinking. We have losers. We have losers. We have people that don't have it. We have people that are morally corrupt. We have people that are selling this country down the drain. So I put together the statement, and the only reason I'm telling you about it today is because we really do have to get going.
Here's the thing. In the grand scheme of who's got cash in these United States of America or in the world, Trump's obviously no slouch, but there's people with way more loot than him that are a lot quieter about it. It's a weird dichotomy, a weird thing where you get to be so rich that you don't really have to care about anything, yet you do. Still not enough to feed whatever gaping hole there is in your self-esteem or ego, to the point where you have to get on a stage and announce your net worth. It's like a rapper who just made his first money. It's like nouveau riche. It's new money at its worst. And it's what Donald Trump does as part of his campaign speech. It is a well-known fact that those people who must want to rule are, ipso facto, those least suited to do so. Anyone who is capable of getting themselves made president should on no account be allowed to do the job. Douglas Adams, R.I.P., writer of the great Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So it's begun. After threatening to do it in the last few elections, Donald Trump has pulled the trigger, announced he's running for president. His slogan, "Make America Great Again." Not surprisingly, he said a whole bunch of stupid, insane things that he thought were awesome. He said, "This is beyond anyone's expectations. There's been no crowd like this. Some of the candidates, they went in. They don't know the air conditioner didn't work. They sweated like dogs. They didn't know the room was too big because they didn't have anybody there. How are they going to beat ISIS? I don't think it's going to happen. When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists. And some, I assume, are good people. Obamacare costs are going up and deductibles are through the roof." Now, this part is true. You have to be hit by a tractor, literally a tractor, to use it because deductibles are so high it's virtually useless. Our country needs a truly great leader. Okay, I'm with you on that one. And we need a truly great leader now. Oh, I'm with you on that one, too. We need a leader that wrote The Art of the Deal. Okay. I'll be the greatest jobs president that God ever created. I tell you that. You know, a businessman running America, I do honestly believe that the economy could take a shot in the arm from something like that. Trump, though, And here's the weird thing. This is where politics gets awfully, awfully strange. Do you remember when Rick Perry